Okay, guys, welcome back to another video. So we're doing another top 10, and this one is gonna be based on the top 10 best LRs of 2025, beat ECAs or just some of the units that came out the year. My personal opinion on the top 10 that came out this year. So let's go with number 10. Number 10 is gonna be not Future Gohan, but LR Gohan Teen, Goten and Trunks Super Saiyan. When these guys came out, they were debatably one of the top 5 strongest characters to release during the GDC, with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Omega Shenron, the Blues, and Rose, and Zamasu. But they have aged consistently throughout the time they've released, and that's due to their conditions where you need youth characters, a lot of youth characters. I mean, they have released decent amount of youth characters with the Easy Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, who's very good. And other characters like that, like Kid Gohan and all that. But it's not enough to keep making them bump up because their best setup is youth characters, and there's not many powerful youth LRs at the current point, so they're very good on release. They are very good, like top 5 level without a doubt. But it's been a minute since we had a prominent, dominant youth character in Dokkan, so for right now they're at 10. They could easily bump up, but at the moment they're at 10. Very good, very good. All right, number 9 is going to be Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku. I don't know, man. It's the only 10th anniversary LR on this list, if we're excluding ECAs for some of the units to make it this far on the list. I don't know what to say. This guy, base form, has all 5 ability if you get lucky with the dodge and all that. When he transforms, once he supers, he's very strong defensively and offensively. Guaranteed permanent crits, additional supers, stacking, and all that. This guy might end up being like one of the top 5 most valuable aging characters of all 2025 when I look throughout the rest of the year of 2025. When I make the best aging characters of 2025, he might be top 5 because this character has been pretty much useful in every single content that's released throughout the year, be it Battlefield, Hardened Formidable Foes, Red Zone stages, Supreme Magnificent stages, Festival Battles. Everywhere he's been useful. So yeah, that's number 9. Very good. Plus, it does help he's been getting significant buffs with GT buffs throughout the year. So yeah, that's number 9 is GT Super Saiyan 3 Goku that goes Super Saiyan 4. So number 8 is going to be LR Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black and Zamasu, or plus Zamasu. This character is very strong, very good. Can take very good with some of the harder attacks of the game. Offensively, very strong. He can take a lot of health out of enemies and all that. The reason I only have him 8 is due to the releases above him I prefer more, and that Super Bosses isn't the greatest right now by any means. It has fallen quite a bit, and we haven't had any major Super Bosses releases past his release, except for one. Well, technically 2, but the other one is more just designed for festival battles, which is the Raffle Broly, who's not on the list. But the other character is. It actually does help Rose. Rose's weakest asset is definitely leader skill, 100%. Because Super Bosses doesn't get consistent updates like that. So yeah, number 8 is Rose. He's very good no matter what. I actually had to buy him with pity, or not pity, but I had bought him with coins when he released again during Black Friday, because I really wanted to use him, and he's very solid. So yeah, number 8 is Rose. Number 7 is going to be Tech Golden Frieza plus Gogeta. I do love how they designed this unit, okay? Frieza, with his act skill, is one of the best tanky units in the game. Without it, hit or miss if you don't have him fully built. And then you got the Gogeta side, 100% dodge with his act skill. 100% dodge with his act skill. Plus with all that orb changing and all that support with the Gogeta side with the 18 key. Very strong, very usable. They're going to age like fine wine in the future. The weakness is their team build is more or less they want you to be set up on movie heroes, movie bosses to get the most optimized version. Of course, you can run them on extreme or super classes, which still does work for them, but you just have to, make do with it. All right, number 6 is the most recent summonable LR that has released in Dokkan, and that's Int Future Gohan. This character is great. He has support, he has utility, he's invincible turn 1 because he has 90% damage reduction, guard. He's not going to get killed turn 1 without a doubt. He has a Revive, which if you use it at the right time, could be a team protector mechanic, which is a big, big plus and why he's so up high, unlike the other 4 before him. That team protector mechanic, that's what makes characters very, very, very strong. Very strong. Alright, number 5 would be the 7th anniversary Easy Ace. Of course, you know which one's the better of the two at this point. It's the Super Saiyan Force. What do you say about the 7th anniversary LS, except for Dokkan peaked with designing these guys, again with their Easy. My favorite anniversaries at this point are 10th, 9th, and 7th, and each are special with each unique themes for me. But the 7th has a very special place in my heart. First time we have introducing intros to the game, tag Super Saiyan 4s, who I wanted for the longest, not tag, but dual Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta that I wanted the longest, that fused into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which is what I wanted to see for the longest time in the game when they were releasing. The gods were so unexpected, but such a cool idea on release that it just peaked the 7th anniversary for me into the stratosphere, man. Stratosphere. I enjoyed it. But of course, if you had to say base forms, they're starting to age. That's just given because the content has to keep on moving up. But considering how dominant they've been for over a year, pretty much at this point, they have been aging like fine wine. But once we go into the transform states, the gods, when they go blue, have been starting to lose value due to the simple fact that a lot more bosses are starting to do dodge canceling. But on the other hand, Physical Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, on the other hand, yeah, he's been getting so much value, man. He's practically invincible once you go Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta for the first time, once you transform into him for his first turn. Because all that damage reduction he gains from the random key spheres, plus the scouter, plus the counter that he has in him, it's like one of the most stupidest characters they have ever cooked. Because why would you give a counter unit a scouter? It's like, you just want him to be that good. They're glazing him. It's fine because he's like one of my favorite. He's like top 5 favorite releases of all time, and with his easy, they just elevated him to another level, in my personal opinion. So number 4, you might have seen a peek of him, is Super Saiyan. Is LR Physical Omega Shenron. Might be my most favorite villain handling of 2025. Easily. They made GT bosses, a team that has never been competitive in Dokkan history, competitive for the first time in its life. With LR Noah Shenron, you got Texan Shenron, you got the LR Shadow Dragon Legion, or Legion of Shadow Dragons LR, STR Omega Shenron. It's like, dude, they cooked with GT bosses. This guy is so strong. Plus, yes, the counter, which now more bosses are being physical supers, means he's starting to gain more valuable. And especially if you could enter him in an event where you can debuff enemies, he goes to another level, man. Another level. But yeah, this is number 4 for me is Omega Shenron. Number 3 is Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Probably my favorite release of the whole damn year. If I'm being honest with you. This is probably the character that I have used the most throughout 2025 is Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Personally, I'm the biggest Gogeta fan, or one of them anyway, because Gogeta. I love Vegito. Vegito is amazing and all that aspects, but Super Saiyan 4 Fusion, especially Gogeta, now that's what you call peak. But of course, in the games, he's always been the king of the games in Dragon Ball games ever since he was first introduced. Anime, not really. I mean, he was the strongest before Super came out and a lot, that's for sure. But in terms of the video games, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has always been considered the king of Dragon Ball games. And it's still true to this day. Dokkan glazed him so much this year, it's insane. Plus, his best partner is 7th Anniversary Easy, so makes that character way more valuable. Alright, let's go to number 2. Number 2 is the Blues. They do have a better kit than Super Saiyan 4 Goku because of the dot. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta because of the dodging and all that, and the 18 key super, which gives the whole rotation 60% support under 18 key, which is defensive support, which is insane. That makes characters able to tank way better. Plus their active skills, especially Vegeta's active skill, if you get him set up properly, he hits like a freaking train or a nuclear bomb, man. He's just that destructive of power that Vegeta has within him is insane. Goku is very good defensively because he can take pretty decent hits, even if his dodge fails. Trust me, surprisingly, within the last, I don't know, month or so, he continuously disappoints me because he continuously fails to dodge and he gets himself killed because my Goku's only 55%. So yeah, but I'm not going to take that in consideration considering how strong his kid is and how valuable he's been throughout the year. Personally, in terms of the animations, I go Super Saiyan 4. That's why I consider him my favorite release. But number 1, it's undeniably Goma. It's like, dude, one of the most uninterested villains in any series of Dragon Ball, be it GT, Super, Z, or Dragon Ball. Daima, final boss, Goma, was one of the least interesting villains, at least for me, because, But Dokkan, Dokkan made him a little bit more interesting for me, considering how damn powerful he is. Infinitely stacking 150% attack and defense per turn every time he floats on. Even that buff carries after he goes into his giant form and after he gets out of his giant form, he gains an additional 150%. On top of that, he hits very hard, has very strong defensive mechanics, very strong lead. It's like demonic power and terrifying conquerors, 220%. Very good. It's just, dude's gonna age like fine wine. Of course, they could always do something and disable his guard or disable his dodging mechanic and make the boss of a stage like super tech that does like 25 million damage or something like that to him so they can start countering him. It's like the dude really doesn't have many enemies that could kill him instantly, but I started to think that Bio really could. In theory could, but of course you have to fail your dodges with him, which is not likely. But yeah. So these are my top 10 Ella releases of 2025. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one.